walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like.
Okay then, this is Night Driver on the Atari 2600. Not that TV boy, a proper Atari 2600, a proper cartridge, being controlled with a proper paddle controller. And by God, it's hard. Your first instinct is to just, whoops, pick up the paddle and press the button, which is the accelerator, and it just goes stupidly fast, and you can't, you know, that's mental. That is just, yeah, mental. You can't do it. So, oh dear. So I'm trying now not to do that. I'm just going to poodle along slowly-ish, like I do in the real world. Granny driving on Night Driver. It's the way forward-ish. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Is there a time limit? Oops. 24, 25 on one side and 40. So it's counting something on one side and something else on the other, and it's counting up and not down. So I don't know. Is one distance and 1 point for passing cars? Don't know. But here we are. I'm still going. I do like this game. Partly because it's so crap, actually. The paddle controller is really good. I do like using, I like using paddle controllers on Atari games. And there's something about the movement on this that is just unlike anything you get on other racing games. It's the way the sprites move, if you can call them sprites. Like the house, it scales or something. There's none of that. Oh, well, there is. I know what I mean. I didn't make a coherent sentence there, but alright, so it goes up to what, 49 and then stops, and you don't get to see what your score was. Something, I don't know. I'm going to have another go. Let's try and 90, 89. Okay, so you've got a timer on the right that's counting down then. Alright. And does it go up if you pass someone? No. So that's what it's all about then. The score is on your left, the timer's on the right, and yeah. But there's just something really fluid about the way everything moves. It's uber primitive. I never played this in the arcades. In fact, I never saw it in the arcades. I'd heard of it, and in fact at the time I thought I'd played it, but it later turned out that the game I was playing was, well, a vastly superior game called Speed Freak. But I know that in the arcades you didn't have that representation of your car as it is here. You had like I don't know if it was made of plastic or whatever, some kind of physical representation of the bonnet of your car. Whoops, I was looking at the camera then and not the screen. Yeah, but obviously they couldn't do that on the 2600. I don't know how the representation of the road compares. I know it had like the chevron things at the side of the road on the arcade game, but the way they moved, I don't know if it was as simplistic as this. I find the way this moves is fairly ridiculous to render it almost unplayable, but I don't know. I like it. The key is just don't go flat out. I'm just sitting here tapping the button every so often just to keep it moving as slow as I possibly can without stopping. Pleasingly, the car that I keep passing is on the left hand side, so obviously this was based on driving on the road in the UK. I guess 59. Yeah, that's great. There is no depth to it whatsoever. There's nothing. It's just steer, accelerate-ish, and try not to die. It's as simplistic as it gets, and I really like it. And I don't know what else to say about it than that, really, so I'll shut up now. That is Night Driver on the Atari 2600 with a paddle controller. Thank you for watching.